Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're going to break down the markets. We're going to go over the futures market as well. We're just going to talk about how they made a new low. I was definitely stuck on the bullish side. But today we did make a new low. So kind of just what does that mean and kind of where we're going? Because right now making that new low for me, I don't think I'm. Here's the I can probably zoom in for the mobile users. We are just breaking that low. Like we had, here's our low. I called the market bottom there. We still held that zone. Today we actually broke it, and tomorrow they might just bring it in. Powell just might send it tomorrow, but I kind of think since we broke that, I think we're in for a little bit more. So right now, if it doesn't get above this zone, I gotta say, I gotta start looking out for short opportunities. I really thought we would press a little bit higher, and maybe tomorrow we do. Maybe this is the fake out. I don't like buying puts at brand new lows. I like the green candles. So switching gears, we're gonna have to just play this trend for a little bit. As of right now, the S&P is down. I want to say 7% from the high to today's low, 7%. So a pullback is anywhere from I guess over 0 to 9%. Correction territory is 10%. So we haven't hit that yet, but it doesn't look like we're far off from it. But I do have to share this. Give me one quick second. I have to let my group know that we're rocking and rolling. Because I go live a couple times on Thursdays. So I'll do this stream, and then we jump into the Zoom stream, and we do the questions where I get to see their faces. Maybe, well, I get to at least see if they're crying or not. Kind of gauge. All right, we're rocking and rolling. Let's kick it off from the top. Looking at the U.S. dollar, man, we went from one weekly zone down to the next one. So, I don't know if this truly matters to me, other than I guess if I'm looking for a long play on the dollar, if we're just going to continue down. The plays that I'm actually in, like the U.S. dollar, Japanese yen, while the dollar melted down, this thing just today finally saw red. Other than that, I mean, that whole meltdown was this, and the Japanese yen just didn't really do anything. The one I missed out on was the British pound U.S. dollar. That was actually moving with the dollar. So as the dollar sold off, this pumped up. I just wasn't in it for that move. But while we're on it right now, kind of bull flag or reversal, if we're playing the trend or not. Let's see. It's been weird because as the dollar sells off, it's not the inverse of the market, but a lot of times the market pushes up. So it'd be very weird if Powell were to come out and kind of give the excuse for bullish markets and then watch the dollar bounce and move with it. I will say, watching the dollar doesn't look like there's a lot of hedging going on as far as the dollar versus Bitcoin goes. And if it's been a while since you've seen me or anything like that, I got really big into Bitcoin when I found out institutions were in it and they were hedging the dollar with Bitcoin. So that's where I get really excited. It's not following the retailer crowd and what they say on Facebook. It's when institutions, algos, when the big players are in, then I'm in. But we're not seeing that yet. So right now, as far as Bitcoin goes, overall, we kind of have this. We do have higher lows. We do have a lower high situation. It looks like we're about to figure out one of those is about to break. I don't know if I necessarily like calling it a wedge. If anything, it's more like a little baby channel down. But this is the story we have right now. One of those looks like it's about to break. So it looks like next week we'll be rocking that. Casey says I got a gift. I just got a gifter. I don't know what I gave. Well, focus up then. What's up, everybody? Oh, hang on. I need to get to my. What's up, Kyle? Some absolutely major fall offs this week. Been interesting to watch. Yeah, it's been fun to watch. I just wanted to say what's up to everybody in the chat. Everybody. What's up, Travis? We got Travis and Chad, Casey and Rachel. I will say, while I was standing in line today, somebody was talking about the market absolutely tanking and coming down. Then starts talking about NVIDIA. The guy says, "Oh, is NVIDIA what you're in?" And he says, "No, I'm in the S&P." I'm like, man, You think today's the red day? You think today's bad? This is nothing, nothing at all. So I kind of thought that was the bottom. If you got people like that, when they're talking about like a buy and hold thing like that, then it's time to rock and roll. What time is Powell speaking tomorrow? Everyone on the TikTok can see. All right, YouTube, you're on board now. Tomorrow we got Powell in 17 hours 20 minutes, 11:30 my time, so what 12:30 Eastern. But Hong Kong time or not, set your watches 17 hours and 20 minutes from now if you're watching this live. Non-farm payrolls. And then we got a bunch of Feds talking tomorrow. So we'll see. Powell's the one that can say something and really move things. Nothing on Monday, Tuesday, JOLTS. Next Wednesday, CPI. That'll be an interesting one. So we could be set up for some volatility. The one thing I just don't want to go full bore and just jump in short because we made that new low is if one of these, if Powell comes out and says, it's not that bad, or if CPI even flinches at the idea that inflation's coming down, the markets are going to roar back like they never had a red day at all. All right, so we are back to here. I was talking with the Japanese lady about the carry trade at the grocery store. I'm obsessed with finance. Yeah, but you do it quite a bit, like when I see the people out and about talking about stocks, what are the odds that they know anything about it? And that's usually, Dom got some crypto advice from his Uber driver. That's when you knew the top was in. Bitcoin weekly or monthly looks better. Let's check that out real quick before we get any further. It does. It kind of looks like we got a little bit excited, and when things push up like this, they pull over or pull back, and that's all Bitcoin has done is just pull over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 weeks just holding that range. Today's the first week. If we in green tomorrow, 15 weeks just hanging out. As far as the expected move goes, we are actually south. So the rein it back in play would be a payer. If you had any 0 days to expiration, if you had tomorrow expiration calls, that's when they would likely shoot up if that were to be a thing. As far as delta hedging goes, we already almost went down just shy of 2 standard deviations today. Look at the NASDAQ. I thought this one to me looked good. It was holding this right here. Today we actually just broke it completely down. Again, bounced out of that bright yellow zone at the bottom. Right now, I would be bullish, but also coming into that zone, this is just where you're going to build up a bear flag, if we were to reject right here. So I got to be cautious right there. Really optimistic about this yesterday, and then just seeing that today sucks. There wasn't a lot in it for me. The Palantir that I bought, it is down, so not a grand slam for me today. Let's see, Grandpa Dow. If there's a trade on this, it's been a while since I've traded this, but I might actually grab some Dow future contracts if it gets down to that bottom zone. The Russell just always looked weak. Yeah, Russell's in his zone right now. I don't think I would buy it. Casey on the TikTok says, rewind and subscribe on YouTube. It's live. So yeah, if you are on TikTok and you're just kind of jumping in, I go over the same stuff in order, right? The dollar, usually the US dollar, Japanese yen, Bitcoin, the S&P, the NASDAQ, Grandpa Dow, and the Russell. And then I'm going to jump into the chat and kind of answer questions for everyone else. But so I don't like to repeat myself, I might just start saying, just go check it out on my channel. Future Trader says, hello. Now, are you from the future or do you trade futures? Because I got some questions. Tom Effin Lee called the bottom. He also called IWM to 300 by the end of the year. And, well, we're a little bit late. It's March now. So if he was right and we hit that tomorrow, well, right now we're 46% off. So if the Russell would just hit that tomorrow, then he's only, a couple months late. That's all. Not bad in the grand scheme of things. Future trader, he trades futures. I like that. I do like futures.